大家好，歡迎嚟到我哋嘅 channel 啊！咁就請記得訂閱翻我哋嘅 channel， 同埋就係 like 翻我哋條片先。咁今日我哋嚟到呢一個霍格華茲的傳承啊！咁就上集我哋本來話想嚟揾呢個立立嘅，咁但係突然間呢，就收到消息話呢個塞巴斯蒂安同佢個細佬嗌緊交，咁就我哋而家過去睇下發生咗咩事啦。
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
哦，
Anything to do with Salazar
似乎
is worth the
係
risk.
關於黑魔法喎，佢哋嗌緊嘅
And I'll
交。
not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
藏經樓話唔定有我哋所需嘅答案。嗱，我哋扮下呢個
Ominous is
黑魔法，
right.
好危險嘅。
Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's
冇
more
用
to
就好啦，
dark
你唔好
magic
用
than
啦。
people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
可以話俾我知。
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
唔知喎，好認咒。
What does the Cruciatus curse do?
It's known as the torture curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
That's awful. But no matter the circumstance, he should never have cast it. He should have known better.
Trust me, it's not as easy as you might assume, thinking straight when you've been hit with Crucio. After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news
哦，即係
soon
我哋
enough.
就要等消息啦。傾完偈，
I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
咁呢個時候呢，我哋不如就去睇下先。揾咗呢個夏普教授就學咗呢個紛紛讚嘅咒語先。行啦。好啦，我哋嚟到夏普教授所在嘅課室，同佢講嘢先。
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with
有
Diffindo.
得學啦，紛紛讚。
Wand at the ready.
睇下先
Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous.
，A A X X Y 嘅呢個都簡單。哎呀，miss 咗。
Very good. It seems you have a grasp on
Professor Sharp, do you have a moment?
Depends on how you intend to use it.
I saw an
我哋睇
aura
下
badge on
關
your
於
desk and was
正
wondering
氣
if
師
you
嘅
could tell
嘢
me。more about your time as an aura.
Observant. I suppose I could indulge you for a moment. Spent years tracking down reprobates who dealt in artifacts of dark magic origin.
That sounds positively exhilarating.
Exhilarating. It was at that. While it lasted, at any rate, I enjoyed a great deal of success as an aura. However, success can make one complacent if one's confidence is not tempered by humility. One overstep in battle changed everything.
May I ask what happened?
Yes, well, I suppose it's a matter of record. My partner and I had tracked a suspect to a harbor in Scarborough, trying to smuggle shrunken heads of all things. I had deduced that he was working alone. I was mistaken, and they knew we were coming. From the moment we stepped onto the ship, well, I barely escaped with my life. My partner wasn't so lucky.
哦，所以佢條疤就係
I
咁嚟嘅。
suppose being an aura is dreadfully dangerous. I'm sorry.
It is at that. But survival is not guaranteed for any of us. Pay attention. And not just within my class. This is what I must impress upon you all. A potion and a poison may be a mere breath apart, until you consume the wrong one.
Well said, Professor.
好，我哋完成咗呢個作業，跟住試一試個新咒語俾大家睇先。睇下先，應該係呢個。望一望先。新咒語呢一個，紛紛讚，遠處切割物體同敵人，造成可觀傷害。
It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
哦，好，試完，咁我哋就去下一個任務。下個任務呢，我想去嘅就係呢個沙亞教授喺天文塔頂嘅天文學課程啊。喺萬應室入口向上走就可以到噶啦。睇下先，萬應室我哋就喺呢一邊。其實我哋可以直接去呢個天文學嗰邊嘅噃，天文塔我哋過咗去先。天文學課程就喺呢個位置啫。
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
睇星星我哋
Still
咁
don't
堂
have。your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know.
咦，
You can
即係話
share
我哋之後會
with
有
Mr.
自己嘅
Takar.
望遠鏡嘅。
Here, I can adjust that for
No,
you.
no, bring it into focus on your own.
哦，R 掣聚焦。
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very
睇嚟係一個
stars above us.
要好花時間去收集嘅任務嚟喎，全部都唞實，
Dismissed.
呼晒白煙出嚟啊！係咪又會叫我哋留低咧？又冇喎，
Brilliant class, wasn't it?
反而喺呢個塔卡
I
卡揾我
prefer
哋。
astronomy over potions, don't you? Of course, we Ravenclaws tend to do well in any class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
誒，我哋收咗佢啦。
That's
既然你
very
咁客
kind of
氣
you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
我哋要去攞咗個望遠鏡先，跟住再揾翻佢講，再傾有幾件事，佢話想揾我哋。咦，向上喎！
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Confringo!
哦，喺度，
This was his old
呢個
telescope.
就係佢個望遠鏡啦。
Looks
跟
practically
住再
brand
揾
new.
翻佢。
A pristine night for stargazing.
咦，同阿教授講下嘢先。
I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know. Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
跟住我哋問一問天文台到底係咩嚟嘅？
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
跟住就問下點解沙亞教授咁排斥呢個占卜學啦？
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by
通常
divination?
觀星嗰啲都會
Of
注意
the
占
many
卜
other
啩。
so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
Thank you, Professor.
完全嘅科學派嚟喎呢個。
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
好，跟住我哋可以落去啦。
The perfect night for... Oh,
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope.
佢想同我哋傾啲咩咧？
But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
哦，原來想我哋
And do you
幫手
need
揾
someone
嘢。
to help find it?
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
係咯，
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
咁就佢帶我哋出嚟啦。跟住佢
The
喎要
table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
邊邊啊？
Happy to be here. It
咦
is，good to
佢
be
我又學下佢先。
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
if you're sure. Amit, could I ask you something?
Oh, certainly.
點解會對
Why
繁
are
星
you
咁
so
着迷？問
fascinated
下
with
佢。
stars?
I suppose because there is so much to learn about them. I mean, there is plenty to learn about a lot of subjects, but astronomy seems limitless. Always something new being discovered. They are forever discovering new moons and stars. In fact, they discovered a new planet just 50 years ago.
跟住就問下天文桌喺
Where
邊？
precisely is
我
the
哋要
table
揾嘅
we're
呢一
looking
個。
for?
According to an old astronomer's chronicle I found in the library, it may be somewhere along the castle wall.
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then.
跟住我哋要去嘅應該係呢一邊入去係嘛？
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Confringo!
仲有對門嘅呢度，
Revelio.
我睇睇先，呢度有咩執咧？應該冇啦。哦，反而入面有喎呢一邊。
Confringo!
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no. Not this close to school, Amit.
Look, there's a table.
咦？呢張唔通就係我哋要揾嘅？
You should do the honors. Go on, try it out.
使用天文台。哦，咁樣用。
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
呢個就係星座。誒，得啦，天琴座。
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited
佢
in
會喺
my
自己回憶
memoirs
錄
one
提到
day.
我個名。
Whatever you say, Amit. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
咁就我哋完成咗呢一個天文學課程嘅任務啦。今集我哋就學識咗點樣觀星，仲有就發現咗呢一紮天文台啊。咁就之後仲可以揾唔同嘅星座嘅。咁今日我哋玩到呢度為止先。大家中意嘅話，記得訂閱翻我哋嘅 channel 同埋 like 翻我哋條片啊！多謝大家，我哋下次再見啦，拜拜。
呢條片去到呢度就完㗎啦，記得訂翻我哋 channel 同埋撳埋下面小鐘仔，我哋下次再見，拜拜。